Good morning, student. This is Latif, sir. This is my third video on the third chapter of class 11 chemistry. The topic is general classification of elements and periodic table. In the last video, I have discussed about periodic property, ionization energy, and today first I'll discuss about factors affecting ionization enthalpy or ionization energy and others periodic properties. Okay, so first factors on which ionization energy depends. So factors affecting ionization energy. First factor is atomic size of atom. Factors affecting ionization energy. So first factor is size of the atom. The larger the atomic size, smaller the value of ionization enthalpy. Larger the atomic size, smaller is the value of ionization enthalpy. In a larger atom, the outer electrons are far away from the nucleus, and thus force of attraction with which they are attracted by the nucleus is less and hence can be easily removed. So ionization energy is inversely proportional to atomic size. Larger the atomic size, smaller the ionization enthalpy, value of ionization enthalpy. Second factor is screening effect. Second factor which affect the ionization enthalpy, screening effect of inner field orbital. Okay, so higher the screening effect of inner field orbital, the lesser is the value of ionization enthalpy. Higher the screening effect, the lesser is the value of ionization enthalpy, as the screening effect reduces the force of attraction towards the nucleus, and hence the outer electron can be easily removed. So ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to screening effect of inner field orbital, and the screening effect order is s orbital, inner s orbital is greater than p orbital is greater than d is greater than f. You have to remember this. This is the this order. This is the screening effect of different orbitals. S orbitals has maximum screening effect, and s orbital greater than p orbital, d is greater than d and f orbital. Okay, so higher the screening effect, lesser is the ionization enthalpy. Next, nuclear charge. Next factor is nuclear charge. As the nuclear charge increases among atom having same number of energy cell, the ionization enthalpy increases because with increasing nuclear charge, the force of attraction between the nucleus and valence shell increases. So ionization enthalpy is directly proportional to nuclear charge. Higher the nuclear charge, higher is the ionization enthalpy. Next factor is half filled or full filled orbitals. Half filled or and full filled orbitals. The atoms having half filled and full filled orbitals are comparatively more stable. According to Horn's rule, atoms having half filled and full filled orbitals are comparatively more stable, and hence more energy is required to remove the valence electron. Thus ionization energy is high. Okay, so atoms having half filled or full filled orbitals are comparatively more stable, and hence more energy is required to remove the electron from such atom, and ionization enthalpy is rather higher than the expected value in case of such an atom. So ionization enthalpy is proportional to stable electronic configuration, that is half filled or full filled electronic configuration. Next, shape of orbitals. You have to remember that noble gases has very high ionization enthalpy because they are all orbitals of noble gases are filled with electron. Next, shape of orbitals. The s orbital is more close to nucleus than the p orbitals of the same orbit. Okay, the s orbital is more close to nucleus than the p orbital of the same orbit. Thus, it is easier to remove an electron from p orbitals in comparison to the s orbitals. This is because the electron present in s orbital are more tightly held by the nucleus. In general, the ionization energy follows the following order: s orbital greater than p, greater than d, greater than f orbitals of the same orbit. Okay. Next periodic property is electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy, also called electron affinity. Electron gain enthalpy. Next type of. So electron gain enthalpy is the molar enthalpy change. This is the molar enthalpy change, which is represented as delta H. Delta H easy, or you can also write electron gain enthalpy as delta H E. Okay. So electron gain enthalpy is the molar enthalpy change when an isolated gaseous atom or ion in its ground state adds an electron. Molar enthalpy change when an isolated gaseous atom or ion in its ground state adds an electron to form corresponding anion. This is the molar enthalpy change per mole. When a gaseous isolated atom in its ground state adds an electron to form the corresponding anion. Okay. So electron gain enthalpy may be positive or negative. Okay. Electron gain enthalpy may be positive or negative. That means exothermic or endothermic. So general representation of electron gain enthalpy is X. X is a gaseous isolated atom. So X within bracket G plus 1 electron. You have to add 1 electron, and the X will become X minus anion, which is also in gaseous state. And the energy change during this process, during addition of an electron, is called electron gain enthalpy of the element X. And the value of electron gain enthalpy may be positive or negative. And this is the first electron gain enthalpy. Okay, this is the first electron gain enthalpy, delta H1, that is. And the successive value of addition of second and third electron, these are called second and third electron gain enthalpy. For example, X plus 1e, X minus, this is the first electron gain enthalpy, H1, delta H1, first electron. And if you again add 1 electron to X minus, then it will become X2 minus. And the energy change during this process is known as second electron gain enthalpy, which is represented as delta Eg, electron gain enthalpy 2, H2. That means second electron gain enthalpy. If you again one more electron to X2 minus, then it will become X3 minus, and this is called third electron gain enthalpy. The energy change during this process is known as third electron gain enthalpy. Usually the term electron gain enthalpy means the first electron gain enthalpy. Now periodicity in electron gain enthalpy, in period, the electron gain enthalpy increases from left to right. Electron gain enthalpy increases from left to right in a period. And in group, the electron gain enthalpy decreases. Electron gain enthalpy decreases from top to bottom in a group. Now factor affecting the electron gain enthalpy. Factor affecting electron gain enthalpy. Like ionization energy, there are several factors which can affect the electron gain enthalpy. First one is nuclear charge. The electron gain enthalpy become more negative as the nuclear charge increases. Electron gain enthalpy become more negative, that means exothermic. Negative means exothermic as the nuclear charge increases, and this is due to greater attraction for the coming electron if nuclear charge is high. Second factor is size of the atom. With the increase in the size of the atom, the distance between the nucleus and the coming electron increases, and this results lesser attraction. This result lesser attraction, and consequently the electron gain enthalpy become less negative with increase in size of the atom of the element. Next, electronic configuration. Next factor is electronic configuration. The element having stable electronic configuration of half filled or full filled. Elements having stable electronic configuration of half filled and completely filled valence shell. So very small tendency to accept additional electron, and thus electron gain enthalpy are less negative. Now here important trends in electron gain enthalpies. There are some important feature of electron gain enthalpy of elements, and these are halogens. Halogens have the highest negative electron gain enthalpy. Halogens have the highest electron gain enthalpy, and electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity of chlorine is greater than fluorine. Okay, generally in a group electron gain enthalpy decreases from top to bottom, but in case of halogen, electron gain enthalpy of chlorine is greater than electron gain enthalpy of fluorine. And electron gain enthalpy or electron gain enthalpy values of noble gases, electron gain enthalpy values of noble gases are positive. Noble gases are positive, while those for alkaline earth metals are almost zero. And electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is unexpectedly less negative than that of chlorine. This is due to the size of chlorine atom, which is greater than size of fluorine atom. And in case of chlorine, there are less. In case of chlorine, there are less number of repulsion between the electrons present in the valence shell. Now, electron negativity. This is next periodic property, electronegativity. En. Electronegativity. So what is electronegativity? The relative tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself is termed as its electronegativity. The electronegativity term is applied only when an atom of an element is covalently bonded with another atom, and this is the tendency this is the tendency to attract the shared pair of electron. Okay, if electronegativity of X is greater than Y, then X will attract both the shared pair electron toward itself. Similarly, if electronegativity of Y is greater than X, then Y will attract the shared pair electron towards itself. Now, periodicity in electronegativity. In period, the electronegativity increases from left to right, and halogens have the highest value of electronegativity. And in group, and the most electronegative element is the fluorine in the periodic table. Okay, fluorine has electronegativity 4 in Pauling scale. And in group, the electronegativity decreases from top to bottom, because from top to bottom size increases. Now, electropositive or metallic character. Electropositive or metallic character. Metallic character. This is what is metallic character? The tendency of an element to lose electron. The tendency of an element to lose electron and form positive ion, cation, is called electropositive or metallic character. And the element having lower ionization energy have higher tendency to lose electron. They can easily lose electron. Elements having lower ionization energies have higher tendency to lose electron, and thus they are electropositive or metallic in nature. Thus the alkali metals are the most highly electropositive element. Now variation in predictable, that is periodicity in metallic character. In period, the electropositive or metallic character decreases from left to right. That means from left to right, non-metallic character increases, but metallic character decreases. And in group, the electropositive or metallic character increases from top to bottom. In group, the electropositive or metallic character increases from top to bottom. Next property, periodic property is electronegative or non-metallic character. Non-metallic character is just opposite of metallic character. What is non-metallic character? The tendency of an element to accept electron from to form an anion. The tendency of an element to accept electron from an anion is called its non-metallic character or electronegative character. Okay, to accept electron to form an anion. And the element having high electronegativity have the higher tendency to gain electron and form anions. So the element in the upper right hand portion of the periodic table are electronegative or non-metallic in nature. Now periodicity in non-metallic character or electronegative character. In period, the electronegative or non-metallic character increases from left to right, and in group, the electronegative or non-metallic character decreases from top to bottom. Next topic is IUPAC nomenclature of element having atomic number greater than 100. Naming for the elements with atomic number greater than 100 according to IUPAC. Okay. The naming for the elements with atomic systematic naming for the elements with atomic number greater than 100, that is Z greater than 100. You have to follow some rules and the rules are given below. So during naming the elements having atomic number greater than 100, you have to follow these rules. And the rules are: the name is derived directly from the atomic number. The name is derived from the directly from the atomic number of the element using the following Latin numerical roots. You have to use some Latin numerical roots, and if the number is 0, you have to use the root nil. If the value of is 1, then you have to use the root un. If the value number is 2, then you have to use by, like this. For 3, try. For number 4, you have to use the root quad. Okay. And for 5, you have to use the root pent. For 6, you have to use the root hex. For 7, it is sept, not hept. Okay, it is 7. And if the number is 8, then you have to use the root oct. If the value is if the number is 9, then you have to use in, e double n. Okay, you have to use this, and you have to use these Latin numerical roots during naming of elements having atomic number greater than 100. And second rule, the roots are put together in order of the digit. In order of the digit, the roots are put together in the order of the digit which make the atomic number, and terminated by ium. Okay, by ium, you have to add ium at the last, to spell out the name. And the final n of in, e double n, is elided when it occurs before nil. You have to omit the n, final n of e double n in, that is which is used for 9, the number 9, when it occurs before nil. And the final I of by and of try, you have to omit the final I of by or try when it occurs before ium, when it is occurs before ium. And the symbol of the element is composed of initial letter of the numerical roots which make up the number, which make up the name. The symbol of the element is composed of the initial letter of the numerical roots. Next, the root an is pronounced with a long u. Okay, so the this first 3 rule is the main rules, rule number 1, 2 and 3. Okay. And some examples, if atomic number is 100, then you have to use an for 1, for 0 nil, and for 1 again an, and at the last you have to use you have to add ium. Okay, so the symbol is an nil ium, unu. For 102, 102, then IPC name is 1 for an for number 1, nil for 0, and by for 2. Okay, so and plus ium, you have to omit one I, you have to remember. Okay, so an nil by unb, the symbol is unb. Similarly, when atomic number is 103, an 1 for you have to use an for 1, nil for 0, and try for 3, and at the last you have to use ium. And here also you have to omit this one I. Okay, you have to omit one I. So the name of the element having atomic number 103 is an nil trium, unt. Similarly, for 104, unyl quadium UnQ. For 105, unyl pentium UnP. For 106, unyl hexium UnH. For 107, unyl septium UnS. For 108, unyl octium UnO. For 109, unyl indium UNE. For 111, unyl un unanil unanilium. Un for one, un for one, and nil for zero, yum. UUN. For 111, un one for un for one, one, anium. Okay, u anium. For 112, the name is bium UUV. 113, trium. 140, quadium UUQ. 115, pentium UUP. 116, hexium UUH. And 117, septium UUS. And 118, octium. Okay, UUO. Here some official names of this element also given. For example, the elements having atomic number 101, the IUPAC name according to IUPAC nomenclature is unnium UNU symbol, and according to IUPAC official name is mendelevium. The element having atomic number 101, the official name is mendelevium. The symbol is MD. Similarly, for 102, nilvium, IUPAC official name is nobelium. Symbol is NO. 103, niltrium, symbol is UNT, and the official name is lawrencium. Like this. Okay, there are some official name also. All are given. Just see. Thank you, students.